So we've talked a lot about how to draw in Adobe Creative Suite, so using Illustrator or Photoshop. We've also talked a lot about modeling in SketchUp, but I wanted to also provide another kind of design drawing example that we use in the real world a lot. And this is something that could be a collage or an idea board, something like that. So I have a presentation open here. This project came from Arc Daily, so I didn't design this container, but it was precedent that we were going to use for a vacant lot in which we had an art class pop up. So I pulled this for inspiration, and in order to communicate my ideas without fully designing the site, I needed to very quickly pull together something that could show what I was thinking. So I pulled some art supplies and a colorful background. And then as I was continuing to develop my idea, I was thinking we'll need some furniture for the site. You know, people might be inspired by nature because they're outdoor and they're doing, plein air painting and things like that. So this was the final product that I shared to pitch the idea, and you can see it does a lot to illustrate very clearly and quickly what the idea is, while also not designing every single aspect of it. This was an idea that we had about tree forts and kind of like a place that really feels like you live in the forest, and pulled some ideas for how that might look and embellished it just a little bit. So those are two examples of idea boards. And then I've got I'm going to use Google Slides, and we're just going to call this collage. Oops. I'm just going to get rid of this. And I have a few tabs open. You can see over here. And our project, Westport, is something that, it's by the water, and there's been a lot of talk about soft shoreline and about getting the birds and you know, bringing back the flora and the fauna and, helping to restore the shoreline. So I'm focused on that for this one. So I've Googled a whole bunch of things that I think I want to pull in, and I'm going to just start pulling things in. So this soft shoreline image, I think I want that. I'm just gonna kind of move these around. And all I have to do is grab it and drag it in. And then I wanted a couple trees, just to kind of have that in there. Forest path, because I want it to feel kind of wooded for part of this site. And I kind of like the green in this, but I like the way that this is like open. So I'm gonna grab that one and pull it in. And then I wanted some birds. I think those are pretty. And I think I want a couple of these blue herons. And I just Googled blue heron, no background. And give me some additional options here. I think that's pretty good. Okay, so now I have some things to work with, and I'm just going to minimize this, get it out of the way. And I'm just going to start, oops, rearranging things. Looks like um, let's get that tree back in there. Tree, drag it and drop it in, and that's it. So now I can start to play around with this collage and just move things around as I see fit. And if I need to reorder something, I can reorder it. Like I want this bird to be in the front. I'm going to right click on it and hit order, bring to front. And I might also, this tree, I want it to be behind. So I can just very quickly, very easily add my ideas here. And actually, I do want that tree in front. So I'm going to bring it to front. I want it to be informing this picture. And I'm going to copy and paste that one. We'll just make this one a little bit bigger, put it in front. And I think I'm going to add just like a background shape just to kind of ground this. And I think I want it to be kind of like bluish, like a soft green. And I don't want a border on it. And I'm going to order that. I'm going to send it to the back. I want this one. Bring forward. There we go. And then I lost my birds, so I'm going to drag those back in here. One more time. Sometimes it takes a couple tries. Gotta make sure you grab it. And there we go. Okay. So there we kind of have it. And it very quickly gets me to a place of being able to communicate what I'm talking about without relying solely on um, Photoshop or Illustrator or having to build an entire model. So with that, I mean, there's clearly some additional refining that I could do here, you know, clean up the trees and things like that. I can also, if I want to play with these images, you can do recolor down here. You can adjust the brightness or the contrast, so make it a little bit brighter.